doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet, 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 puppet dog. A happy client really recently sent me a comment about some work I did with her dog Atticus, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to share a few acupressure points with you that you can use at home with your pets. Today, I'll focus on the three of the points I use to support Atticus, whose veterinarian has diagnosed him with arthritis, but these points might help you and your pet even if they don't have arthritis, because acupressure is wonderful that way. The points can be used for so many different things. And welcome to the channel if you haven't been here before, and if you're returning, thank you so much. I'm Angelo Webb, owner of Animal Intuitive Academy, Intuitive Touch Animal Care, and neuro-based coaching like hypnosis and brain spotting for humans. For over 20 years, I have been an animal communicator. I'm also a board-certified animal massage and acupressure practitioner, and I'm also a licensed clinical social worker. On this channel, we dive into ways to connect more deeply with animals, explore holistic care options, and support pet parents. We also do interviews with experts in the fields of animal care and advocacy. For a limited time, I have a special back-to-school offer for you to take my in-depth telepathic animal communication, acupressure, and mindfulness for you and your pet's course. This course is available for immediate download, and in this class, you will discover guided meditations for profound relaxation and balancing, effective acupressure techniques to improve your and your pet's well-being, exclusive practice exercises to hone your telepathic abilities, downloadable charts, videos, and tools for easy learning, strengthen your bond with your pet, experience newfound peace and tranquility, gain valuable skills for personal and professional growth, and also this course is the first step towards certification as a professional animal communicator through my Animal Intuitive Academy. Use coupon code BACKTOSCHOOL through my website, Animal Intuitive Academy. You can get there by going to my main website, intuitivetouchanimalcare.com, or just use that QR code up on the screen. Since I'm not sure how soon I'm going to get this video posted, I haven't decided on an end date for this offer. So I would hurry, get over to that website, and take advantage of this special offer now. This video is a follow-up to episode 159, where when I spoke with a veterinarian named Dr. Christina Calamonico about arthritis in pets and why it's so important to think about joint health before issues arise. I'm going to have a link to that video in the description if you decide you want to go follow up and dive deep more into arthritis. And this is going to be more about how to address it with acupressure. A disclaimer, I am not a veterinarian, so if you have any concerns about using acupressure, please check with your veterinarian before you start using it with your pet. And I do try to get right to the topic with this show quickly so as not to waste your time, but I do just want to jump in and address one thing. I haven't been here in a few months, and even though this is a part two, we left off a few months ago. The reason for that is that I've just been extremely busy with some projects. One of them is a children's book that I have coming out soon. Another is that I am going to be doing some work with Tallgrass Animal Acupressure Resources. They have been on the show before in the past, and I'm very thrilled about a new venture I'm working on with them. And, I really wanted to do some focus. I've got my regular business clients too, so it was just a bit too much. When I put together these videos, I really like to make sure that they're well done and that they're going to help you. So I don't want to waste your time, and I like to be proud of the work I do. So that's why it's been a little bit of time since I've been here. So I just wanted to mention that. And also mention if you are interested in hosting an animal acupressure class, that's something that I'm going to be working on with Tallgrass. So reach out to me if you're interested in that, or join me in early October in Colorado Springs, where I'm going to be going out there if you're interested in starting to really dive into animal acupressure. So on with the show. Okay, my client, Lori, was so kind to have posted this review, and it was when I worked with her dog Atticus on what I call a wellness plan, which is where I do kind of a deep dive into your pet, and I find out what's going on with them through a deep assessment, following traditional Chinese medicine protocol, and come up with a plan for them. that you can do at home. While I do work with some clients myself in their homes, I like to now I've really kind of gotten into teaching people how you can work with your own pet at home, because I think that's really important. So Atticus had some things going on, including arthritis, and he had some other things happening as well. But I'm just going to kind of focus on the arthritis piece today. And he did have things like separation anxiety. I have a playlist on that if that's something that you're interested in. So she mentions that he was having some problems with his back legs for a while, and I was able to help with pain relief. So kind of her, the word she uses, expert care and technique, and showed us how to continue this treatment at home. And he also seems more cuddly and calm. So there's a lot of interesting things that happen when you start doing acupressure with your pet. Things kind of maybe you don't even expect to happen can happen when the energy starts to flow better and things start to balance out. She mentioned that the friend's dog was over yesterday and he did really well with this dog. And she says Atticus's life has been enhanced by Anne's care. Thank you. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Lori. Just to kind of give you a sense of what animal acupressure is and what, if you're not too familiar with traditional Chinese medicine and qi and all of that kind of thing, if you want to think of your animal's body as like a town, and the town has energy flowing through the streets, and we refer to these streets as meridians, and they connect organs and systems in the body. And when there's a blockage, it's like there's a traffic jam. And acupressure helps to clear these blockages, restoring smooth energy flow and balance. And in traditional Chinese medicine, organs like the liver meridian, for instance, they represent more than just the physical organ. They manage energy and emotions. And traditional Chinese medicine is about balancing the yin and the yang. Many of you have heard about yin and yang. It's kind of, it's a won't go too deep into that, but it's about their complementary forces and they maintain harmony in the body. So just keeping in mind that we're not diagnosing anything here. I am not a veterinarian, but this is just about achieving overall balance. And I want to just mention there are some precautions with acupressure, although generally it's extremely safe. But if your pet has cancer or has been diagnosed with arthritis or heart disease or a spinal condition or any other kind of chronic condition, be sure to discuss with your veterinarian before trying acupressure. And if you just have any concerns about trying it. And also if they have infected or inflamed skin, open wounds, sites of tumors or fractures, or after heavy exercise, you don't want to do acupressure at that time. Or if an animal is acting in any sort of obviously aggressive manner. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we open an acupressure session. Generally speaking, you want to try and make it as you would imagine, as kind of pleasant an environment as possible for you and your pet. You want to, you yourself, come to the situation as grounded as possible. And something I can suggest for that is if you'd like to take advantage of some of my free products, I have a free 90-minute class where you can begin doing telepathic animal communication. You can access it going through my website, intuitivetouchanimalcare.com, or you can use this QR code here, and you can begin to start talking with animals. So take advantage of that, or there's also free meditation on my website if you want to just get an audio recording. But this class has meditation in it as well. And do that before you start doing acupressure with your pet, and you'll find that when you go in to connect with them, they're going to be in a better place, because animals really benefit when our energy is nice and grounded. They respond to that better. They really feel what we're feeling and what our energy is like. Now, when you do an opening with an animal, you can see Kane is my German Shepherd. He's chewing on his soft bone right here. You're going to be using the heel of your hand and start at the back of the neck and the upper, or right below the neck. And you're going to be doing this 3 times on each side of the spine. And you're going to go all the way down the length of either side of the spine, all the way down the outer part of the leg, and then all the way down, past the ankle, the outer part of the ankle, all the way down along the paw, till you hit the the end of the outermost part of the paw and the outer toe. And again, you do that 3 times on each side. And the idea here is we're really just helping the animal understand that you're going into this thing, you're going to be doing something where you're going to be touching them. And with telepathic animal communication, I know from so many years of experience, you really don't have to do much to just let your animal know that you're going to be doing something nice. You can just connect in with them through the heart, let them know, hey, I'm going to be doing something here to help you feel better. You're connected to your pet and they're going to pick it up. Even if you're not sure they're picking it up, they're going to pick it up. As long as your energy is in the right place and your intention is sent out to them, that this is something to benefit them. If you do find anything today helpful, beneficial, please do help out the show by sharing, subscribing. It really helps the show. And okay, so let's go on to our first. Okay, so we're going to start with liver 3. Liver 3 is located along the liver meridian, and I have on the left here a diagram that just shows you the paired meridians of gallbladder meridian and liver meridian. So all the meridians are paired, and liver and gallbladder go together. The liver meridian is the one that is that solid red line there, and then the gallbladder meridian is the dotted line. So the liver 3 is, in Chinese, doing my best with pronunciation, Tai Cheng, and it is, in English, we would translate that to mean great thoroughfare. And all these things really make sense when you think about it, because to locate that point, it's between the second and third, if you find the second and third toe of the dog, okay, and then you find that gap between them. Now, it's on the upper part of the toes too. I didn't mention that, so it's on the top. When that gap ends and you hit bone, to the metatarsal bones meeting of the second and third toe, that is liver 3. And if you have a dog, though, that has a dew claw, we would consider the dew claw to be the first toe. So keeping that in mind, when you count to find the second one, you're going to want to take that into account. But if they don't have a dew claw, you're just going to go with the first toe, and then go to the second one, and then the third one. Find that gap. It's kind of like a V, and when that gap ends, you have found liver 3. So it's actually a really easy point to find. And liver 3 is wonderful because it helps with the smooth flow of that liver chi. It makes it really effective for treating stress. See, I'm telling you about how this is not just about arthritis. It helps with emotional imbalances, headaches, digestive complaints. Not that your dog might come up, digestive issues that you might pick up about your dog. It supports eye health as well. It regulates blood pressure and provides relief from pain. And it's a go-to point for restoring balance, emotional, physical well-being, and addressing conditions rooted in liver disharmony. We're not going to be pressing too hard. You're going to be pressing for about 60 seconds or until you notice a shift in your pet's energy. And you're going to know that the chi or the energy has moved when you see things happen like yawning, stretching, maybe even they might even like shake their leg out a little bit. They might twitch a little bit. They might soften their eyes, which you may not notice if you're doing the back end, but they might walk away. Sometimes dogs will just kind of, like, if the dog's lying down when you're doing this, they might drift off to sleep. You as the pet parent you'll know when the energy has shifted. It's part of the point of coming into this as grounded as possible, because the more grounded you are, the more likely you're going to pick up on that shift in energy. And you can use the soft base of your thumb or your pointer finger. It's going to be kind of a 40 to 90 degree angle. And it's kind of whatever's going to work best for you when you're doing this from the angle that you're at. And I should say, when you're doing that with your pointer finger, you usually would do something like a tent. So you're putting that middle finger on top of the pointer finger. But you might just find it's easier to use your thumb. It just kind of depends on if your dog's lying down, standing up, whatever's going to work best. See how your dog reacts to it, or your cat. And as I mentioned, it's kind of just not pressing too hard. It's just on top of the skin enough to be felt by the animal. Go with it, see what happens. I'd love to hear, on these points, what you experience. If you notice a shift in energy, let us know in the comments. I'm always curious. Okay, so the next point we're going to do is kidney 3. Okay, so kidney 3 is located on the inner part of the lower leg next to the medial malleolus, which is the inner ankle. And it's between the ankle and the back of the leg, or the Achilles tendon, or the calcaneal tendon, it's also called. And this is a wonderful point. So it's also known as Tai Chi, or Great Stream. It's an English translation of it. And using this point can be so beneficial for many different reasons, including arthritic conditions. It impacts the kidney meridian, which is paired with the bladder meridian. The bladder meridian is that dotted line, and when you did that opening, you were actually going along the bladder meridian. So it's wonderful when you do that opening, because you're moving energy along that meridian. And it's a little bit intricate, but also not too hard to kind of see how, if you've got a paired meridian, the 2 paired meridians, the kidney meridian, the bladder meridian, or sister meridians, if you're doing something along the bladder meridian, there's an interaction between the bladder meridian as well as it affects the kidney meridian. So everything is very fluid, I would say, with traditional Chinese medicine and acupressure. That's what's so wonderful about it. It's just all about the body being so interconnected. Now, this point is wonderful for the hindquarters, lower back pain, and also hearing. It's highly versatile. It's wonderful for tonifying and strengthening the kidney meridian. The kidney meridian's interesting because it's really important in Chinese medicine as far as energy and vitality. It affects the reproductive system, the urinary, the respiratory system, and also emotional issues. It's especially related to fear. It's really good for healthy aging and improving just overall well-being and nourishing the kidney qi, which is so important in traditional Chinese medicine. It's like that life energy. And again, so this point is located, if you see that little red dot there, that's why I put that extra picture there, just to show you a little bit better. You can kind of see it on the skeleton image, but it's a little bit easier for you to see exactly where it is on the leg there. And it's very easy to find, because once you locate that inner, that medial malleolus, that ankle bone, and you just go back, you're going to feel that dip. And again, you're going to be pressing. I forgot to mention, when you are pressing on the acupressure points, you usually want to put the other hand that you're not using to do the acupressure point on the body of the animal, like on their back or their side somewhere, it helps them to feel supported, and it helps you so you're not pushing too hard with the acupressure point. And that is kidney 3. And feel free at this point, if you'd like, to go to the next point. It's going to be time stamped, but I do want to mention that there is another way to benefit. This works in conjunction with doing body work on your animal. I have to tell you how shocked I was when I went to visit my mother this summer to see her senior dog, Roy, who has arthritis, running and jumping around in the yard. Well, it turns out she had started giving Roy Jöpe after watching my interview with Jöpe founder, veterinarian Dr. Christine Colamonica, episode 159, and I didn't even realize my mother had ordered it. I had mentioned on the show the difference I was seeing in my dogs, including my dog Cheyenne here. Cheyenne is a senior dog, and I had noticed that when she was getting up from lying down for a while, she was walking with some stiffness. And after giving her Jöpe for a few weeks, started walking with a more fluid gait. I was very pleased. unlock the potential of UC2 collagen, which is a new ingredient for canine joint health that's been studied and proven to be more effective than glucosamine. It enhances bone and joint health and optimizes recovery and performance in healthy dogs. And it's never too soon, as Dr. Christine talked about, to start paying attention to our dogs and our pets and their joint and bone health. And as an aside, Jöpe makes no claims about this whatsoever. This is from my own observation. I noticed that I didn't do anything different, and their seasonal allergies have been much better this year. I mean, like almost non-existent. And I'm really thrilled to announce that Jöpe has a special offer for my watchers and listeners. They are offering $10 off your order of Jöpe on their website, petjope.com. So that's petjope.com/ANNEWEBB. So Ann Webb 79. Okay, so gallbladder 34. This is a really wonderful point. It helps to relieve muscle and tendon pain. It's commonly used to just treat pain in general, stiffness, especially in the hindquarters, weakness in the muscles and ligaments and tendons. And it makes it a go-to point for treating musculoskeletal conditions such as sprains, cramps, and arthritis. It improves joint flexibility, and this point is particularly effective in addressing issues of joint pain and rigidity, including knee pain, hip pain. The gallbladder meridian is a long meridian. As you can see, it's this dotted line. And the liver and the gallbladder are paired meridians, sister meridians. The liver meridian is the solid line. It's that shorter one. And gallbladder 34, Yang Ling Quan, and in the English translation would be mound spring. This is the outside of the leg, on the hind leg. I had to re-record the audio on this for some reason. Something happened. But to find this point, gallbladder 34, locate the bony knob, which is the fibula head. So this is going to be the top of the fibula bone and the lower leg. It's on the outside of the leg, just below the knee joint. And you're going to feel this bony bump. That's that head of the fibula. Now you're going to slide down slightly in front of and below this bump. Gallbladder 34 is located in a small depression or a hollow there. I would encourage you to use all of these points and see how they work for you. Combine them with telepathic animal communication to find out how your animal is feeling about them. I would love to hear how this went for you and your animals. Please love your animals. Give them my love, a hug and a kiss. And God bless. Listen close. Rub my belly. Rub my belly.